Hey, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome back, man. I love y'all. Hope y'all have been well. It's only been a couple days since I've been on, but a lot can happen in a few days, right? So, yeah, man, that said, coming into this, I did have a few downloads. I got them last night. It was essentially, I can't remember exactly, but it was the main message that was coming through was like paying closer attention to what somebody does opposed to what they say, right? So like actions speak louder than words kind of thing. And the other thing that came through was like not everything is not everything is what it seems, basically. So there's a lot of just needing to pay attention, a lot to tap into your intuition. I would recommend, if you guys haven't tried this already, set an intention to gain insight into a situation before you go to sleep, and then pay attention to the dreams that come through for you, right? So if it's something that you feel like you need to write down, or you need to like record it on your phone when you do it, you can do that. I know for me personally, I've been having a really easy time remembering my dreams for some reason. I don't know what changed. But it's only when I have very particularly vivid dreams, and then I'll be able to remember them and the feelings with them, and not like the entire dream, but it's just the messages I'll be able to remember, right? So that said, those are really the only downloads I had. I think there was one other one that came through. I wrote them on my phone. I don't recall what the other one was. It'll probably come through as I'm doing the reading. Yeah, man, but that said, we're just gonna like hop into the reading, right? I don't really think there's much else for me to say. If you want to book a personal, everything's in the description. I'm never going to contact you in any way, shape, or form for a reading. I am doing extended videos for Patreon, so after I do these, I'll do an extended and I'll put them on Patreon. So if you want to see those, $8 a month, and it's also in the description. It's not expected, but it is appreciated if you do. Let's see what else. Yeah, man, my single, The Magician, also in the description. And thank you all to everyone that has been listening. I do appreciate you guys, man. But we're just gonna go and hop into the reading. Pray to God, Spirit, my guides, my angels, and my ancestors to help myself, the collective, and anybody watching to see the clearest messages for the highest good of all involved in our love and relationships, for a timeless reading for whatever needs to come through. Sorry, there's just a dude that rode right by me. I was just like, what are you doing? He's just riding through on his bike. But as you guys can see, I'm in a new spot. I wanted to go to a different spot today. I even had a dream about going to a different spot. It was funny, like in the dream, for some reason, I was in the drive-through of a Starbucks doing the reading. It didn't make any sense. I was literally in the drive-through doing the reading, and I was like, in the dream, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm like in the drive-through and I'm blocking people's ways. So then I basically was like driving around on video, and I was like, yeah, it was a whole thing. I ended up going to a new spot, and it was like there was like a bunch of trees and stuff. So I was like, I've been wanting to try out a different spot, even though it's technically my old spot anyways. I was just feeling something new, feeling a change, man, and so we're here. But we're going to tap in. We're just going to get into your reading, guys. We have the Mystical Cat Tarot. See what other messages want to come through for us today. The main message that was coming through on the short video today had to do with like somebody getting out of some kind of commitment, some kind of marriage. It had to do with somebody healing from something, right? And so if it's this energy where it's like, if you're dealing with a situation where somebody else has been tied up in another situation and that's why you went into separation, it's kind of just a confirmation saying that this person is going through a healing phase right now. And so if there's not a lot of communication between you two, it's likely because they need to heal from that, and they may just feel ashamed, and I don't know, anything else that would come up with being in a situation like that, right? Let's see what else comes out, though. We had one card that came out, and we got some more here. So bottom of the deck, we have the Earth Tom reverse. Earth Tom, I believe, I want to say is the paid, no, it's the Knight of Pentacles, all right? So that's basically what was coming up, right? This is kind of very similar to what we got last reading, where somebody here is just moving away from a situation. I don't know if this is something that's been a long-term commitment, if this is something that's just been friends or a fling or whatever, but it feels like somebody here is moving away from something. Whether this is you moving away from a situation that was unhealthy for you, or whether this is somebody else moving away from another situation that was unhealthy for them, whether that brings you two together or you go towards somebody new is to be determined. So let's go ahead and see what we got. We got some cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles reverse, we have the Six of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it does look like somebody here is going towards something. I don't know if it's something new or if it's something from it could be something from the past, right? Six of Swords, I feel like somebody here is leaving behind a toxic situation, right? Whether this is you or somebody you're dealing with, I don't feel like this is something that's very stable. There's a lot of codependency here with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Very codependent situation. This could be financial codependence. This could be somebody who is in a situation where the person may have lost their job and they're kind of obligated to be in this situation with this person because they don't have any way of providing for themselves at the moment. That could very well change depending on how things look. But from what it looks like to me, man, somebody here is looking to start some kind of new stable beginning. Whether this is you focusing on your home life, focusing on your own finances, or focusing just on yourself in general, it looks like somebody here is really trying to go towards something new that's not going to be so toxic. And I feel like more than anything, the only way this is going to come about is if this person leaves behind their codependent tendencies, I guess you would call them. But at the end of the day, it just really feels like somebody here is getting tired of being in a situation. I don't feel like this is something this person is going to be in for long if they're not in it. If this is you in a situation like this, it really looks like you're healing from something that was codependent. You could just be healing from something altogether that was toxic for you, something that was just not really, there's a lot of karmic stuff tied to it, it feels like. I feel like it was something where you kind of didn't really have much of a choice in terms of which way to go. And I feel like now you're being given an opportunity to free yourself from that, right? If this is a situation where you're with somebody and you've been in this situation for a minute, whether or not you're actually together, this to me looks like you're leaving behind a period of fighting, right? I feel like there was a lack of movement. There's a lack of a lot of different things in the situation with the Earth Tom reverse. But it just feels like you guys are going to be getting a new opportunity to either renew this commitment or to just work through. I feel like there's something about working through issues. And I feel like that's where the download comes in. Not all is what it seems. Even if things are looking like this right now, things aren't moving into that committed space in any way, shape, or form. I feel like that's because there's things that need to be let go of before that can happen. Let's get some more cards. We do have this. We have the Sun. Okay. Let me get some more. Okay, Earth Time's still at the bottom, so I'm just going to take this one out. A Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so we have Ten of Pentacles reverse. So like I said, there's some kind of marriage coming to an end, man. I don't know if this is you getting a divorce or if this is somebody you're connected to moving out of a situation. And I feel like it's to go in a new direction, man. I feel like light has been shown on this. We have the Sun, we have the Devil, and we have the Ace of Cups. Well, it's the Demon Cat in this deck, but it is technically the Devil, right? So what I'm seeing here, somebody is leaving something behind. Something has come to an end. Something is just, it's run its course. I don't feel like there's any potential in this situation anymore. I don't know if this resonates with you and you're in a situation like this. I feel like Spirit's just trying to show you that it's like the light is being shown on this situation for a reason, right? If you're seeing these toxicity, if you're seeing any kind of toxicity in this situation and you don't feel like this is going anywhere, you don't see the potential, you're trying to work things out with this person, but they're being stubborn and they're not even trying to talk it out or anything like that. That's kind of just letting you know that it's like somebody has to be in that space to want to work things out in order to work things out. You can't force somebody to grow, heal, or change. All you can do is focus on yourself. So I feel like right now is a message of just focusing on your own emotional independence in the meantime. Trusting that new things are on the way. Many beautiful blessings are on the way, right? But it's going to take some time for you to heal from this. And if this is somebody you're connected to, I feel like that's kind of the message that was coming through. It could have been somebody that was trapped in a marriage, trapped in an engagement, or trapped in some kind of obligation, financial obligation. I feel like somebody was stuck to somebody else because of finances. That's really what it feels like. It feels like somebody, I don't know, man, if you had a falling out with this person, I don't think you all fell out for the reasons you think you fell out. If they gave you no indication of what happened and you don't have any closure on that, you can't really make assumptions about why something ended if you're not getting anything from the other person. I'm not going to say wait around for somebody. I'm not going to tell you to put your life on hold. I'm actually not going to tell you to do anything. I want to empower you to make your own decisions. I want you to make informed decisions based on these readings, right? I want you to not even have to rely on tarot for your readings. I try to do that as well. When I have really important decisions I have to make, I'll watch readings and stuff to try to get a deeper understanding, but at the end of the day, like, I really have learned to trust myself and my intuition to make decisions about a situation, right? And so that's kind of what I'm trying to get y'all to look at here, where it's like, even if things around you don't seem like they're going well, I feel like it's serving a deeper purpose, right? And so if something's coming to an end, just let it go, let it flow, and trust that there are beautiful new things on its way to you, right? So those cards just fell. I didn't try to drop them. They just fell. So that's what I'm saying. All that toxic old stuff is falling out the way, and that's to bring in new beautiful beginnings for you, whether that's in love, career, or just your own personal spiritual growth, okay? All right, let's go ahead and move on to a new deck. Let's get some advice here. How can you best manage this energy? Well, let's just kind of look into this. We're going to be using, we'll go to the Sorcerer's Tarot. Okay, let's see. Any messages here? Can you tell us about this new beginning that we have coming out here? What is this new beginning? We have an Ace of Pentacles. We have an Ace of Cups. We have old stuff falling away. Spirit, can you please tell us about this new beginning for whoever this is for? Bottom of the deck, we have the World. So this could be somebody at a distance from you. This could be somebody of a different nationality than you. This could be just something where I feel like things are, I just feel like you're two very different people, right? I feel like we're getting insight into the situation where I feel like you both have closed out some very long held issues in your lives that needed to be closed out in order for stuff to come forward, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling like here. With the World, it just feels like something old is ending for something new to begin. It's just what it feels like. It's like the tides are shifting, you know what I mean? This could be the end of really old cycles, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. You got the Five of Pentacles, we have the Five of Swords, 10 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 7 of Cups, the Sun again, 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords, and 9 of Cups, back to the 5, right? So if you've been in a situation where somebody's left you out in the cold, I feel like that's, I don't know, man, I feel like there was some kind of conflict. I don't feel like whatever was going on, I don't think you both were seeing eye to eye, and I don't necessarily know why. And to me, it feels like it's because there was a lot of confusion. You know what I mean? I feel like there was something, I just don't feel like the truth was being talked about. I don't feel like there was proper communication about what was going on between you two. I feel like there was a lot of just this stuck energy, and I don't know if this has more to do with them or you, maybe both. It could be people around you guys. Again, remember we had that whole friend group thing that was coming out. So to me, it just feels like there was outside influences impacting either you, this person, or this connection in general. But I feel like, again, that's being let go of. This could be a family dynamic that was getting in the way. This could be just like old friends, toxic old like coworkers, or just old partners or exes or something, kind of blocking communication in a way is what it feels like. It's just looking, to me, it just looks like somebody here didn't have a choice. It's just really what it feels like. But the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Cups feels like somebody didn't have an option. I don't feel like they could do or say what they wanted to do or say because they were just really caught up in some, shit, yo. Like, it just looks like somebody was caught up in some old dynamics here. I feel like this is some past situation that was keeping somebody stuck. But as we've seen, that's coming to an end, right? It's coming to an end. Whatever it was that was keeping this person tied and bound, whether this is you or them, whether this is just like mental constraints or conflicts, whether this is just old karmic patterns that need to be released. I feel like more than anything, this period of separation or period of solitude has helped this person gain perspective on what it means to actually embody and experience the 10 of Cups. What true emotional fulfillment looks like for you and them, or just for you in general. If this is you, whatever you've been going through, these conflicts coming to an end, it's really helped you understand what you want moving forward and what you're not going to accept, right? I don't feel like these are just, I don't know, man, this is just conflict. This is just petty kind of energy. I don't feel like you're willing to put up with this anymore. I feel like you've decided, I don't want to do the pettiness anymore. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I want to focus on my 10 of Cups, right? And because you freed yourself from the confusion, and because you actually looked, it's like you saw through, it's like the veil has been lifted and you're starting to see everything for how it is. And even then, I feel like because we got the message, not everything is as it seems, that's going to be an ongoing process. We have the Sun twice, and I can't help but be drawn to the Sun, right? So whatever happened between you two, man, I feel like you're going to be getting clarity on that. If you haven't already gotten clarity on this, I feel like you're going to get a deeper understanding for how somebody truly feels about you. I feel like somebody out there does have strong emotions for you, and they want to actually try this again. I feel like this is somebody who wants to try this again. I feel like they turned their back on this connection and they said, you know what, I don't want to be in this anymore. I don't know if it was, again, it feels like because they were caught up in something else. I don't feel like you're really seeing the truth of this, and that's why I feel like this energy of not everything is as it seems. Whatever happened is going to be brought to light. That's just kind of the main message I'm getting. Whatever it was that was going on, you're going to start seeing the actual truth of the situation, and then you're going to have to make an informed decision about whether or not you want to go in this new direction with this person, or whether you want to go in a new direction altogether completely. Okay, let's go ahead and close this out, and then I'm going to take it over to Patreon and see what we have. All right, we're going to close it out with the Hieronymus Bosch, and then we're going to continue the reading on Patreon with the Hieronymus Bosch deck. All right, so Hieronymus Bosch deck. Spirit, can we get some final advice on the situation? Any clarity you can provide us, I'd be very grateful for. Got 4 cards. So bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Books, reading, learning, exploration, and a new job, right? So I feel like because you've been freed from whatever the situation was, it's allowing you to now focus on yourself. I feel like if this is not resonating with you and this is somebody around you going through this, they're finally in a position where they can focus on themselves. And this very well might be what's going on, right? If this person was getting out of a marriage and they were just deciding to kind of, just walk away altogether from, I don't feel like it was personal to you. I feel like this is somebody who's done this to everybody, okay? I feel like this is somebody who's not paying attention to the world around them because they're going through a dark night of the soul. This is the same kind of energy that was coming out last reading. Somebody going through some kind of dark night of the soul, not only gaining clarity on the situation with you, but gaining clarity on their own life in general, right? We have Flower Pusher, which is justice. We have the Sin of Sloth. We have the Page of Swords. We have, what is this, the Ace of Birds? We haven't gotten this one in a while. So let's see. Page of Swords is eagerness, enthusiasm, future potential. Sin of Sloth, laziness, sleep, tiredness, rest, relaxation, home life. Flower Pusher is force, strength, and justice. Ace of Birds, family, multitasking, and togetherness. Okay, so I feel like what this restful period or this kind of separation period is coming to an end in this situation. I feel like there's balance coming in. I feel like somebody here who has been a little too nonchalant is now coming out of that energy. I feel like this is somebody who wants to have that connectivity in family life and wants to actually build with another person, whether this is you or somebody else. But I feel like you're going to be getting the justice that you deserve because you've been doing the work. And this is something we've been talking about for a while. It's like you're finally getting these manifestations and these blessings and these new beginnings and this deeper understanding of the world around you and your relationships. I feel like it just feels like you're going to be getting this opportunity with somebody that you have been wanting an opportunity with for a while. Whether or not you guys were even talking that much or things fell through, things just didn't pan out for whatever reason. Not only do I feel like you're going to be getting clarity on that, but I feel like you're going to be getting justice for that as well, right? And it's one of those things where it's just keep focusing on yourself. If you're kind of in this space of building a new job, focusing on a new career, in the meantime, I'd recommend just doing that. Focus on yourself. And if this comes back around, again, we talked about keep your boundaries up, be honest and clear in your communication about what you do and don't want and what you're willing to tolerate, and go from there. But that said, man, I'm going to leave it there. We're going to take it over to Patreon. It is in the description if you guys do want to see it. I love y'all and I appreciate you for watching. If you want to book a personal reading, everything is in the description. I will never contact you in any way, shape, or form. The only way to book a reading is to email me or send me a DM on Instagram, in which I'll likely have you email me at some point anyways, so might as well just email me. But if you want to hear my song, that is also in the description. It is called The Magician. But I love you. I'll see you in the next reading. Goodbye.